Hello again, welcome back. This is the third video now in the series, and following some positive responses from the first two, a number of enquiries came through on how I managed to keep the tank of that size so clean. Now, I've tried a variety of things for the glass in the past, magnets as we've all tried, including the floating variety, and sponges on a stick, and even tried once the metal algae scrapers. But this is the best thing I've found. It's a straightforward, common credit card. Nothing to it, blatant piece of advertising on the front, but on the back, the best thing. Nothing. When you're scraping this down the glass, what it means is you can see the algae spots against the white. And therefore you know, before you start putting the tank back together again, that you've cleaned the glass thoroughly. It's a simple, straightforward piece of kit. We give these away to every customer. So let's go and see it in action. Well, here we are on the side of the tank. I've zoomed right in so you can see the algae showing clearly against the white background. So we'll just see how this works in action. Try not to get eaten too much by these tiger barbs, but we'll give it a go. Just simple, straightforward. Up and down the tank. You're not going to scratch this glass in a month of Sundays. Bit of effort. Well, there you go. Now clear. So that is the Tethys algae scraper. I've now gone round the whole of the tank. It's taken about 25 minutes with the algae scraper. The consequence, as you can see, is the water has gone very milky. So I think it's probably best if we do a water change. So this is the equipment that I'll be using today. It's just a metre length of 1622 hosing. In this instance it's E-Imes. At one end I've got a tap, straight on off switch. The other part of it is just a conventional shepherd's crook, and I've put a filter basket on the end to stop any accidents with small fish going up the end. This hooks over the side of the tank. This goes straight out the window, onto the roof and into the gutter. I'll show you how I set this up. So this is the shepherd's crook now into situ. What I've done is put the whole of the system into the tank, opened the tap, manipulated the pipe round so there's no air in the tap, closed the tap, and we're now ready to go. So that's the tank now starting to drain. It's not going to go any lower than the basket itself. At that point it'll start sucking air and the tank will stop draining. So we can only take out possibly 8 inches from the top. That's the maximum. It's the reason why I set it the way I do. This way it'll just drain on its own. It makes emptying the tank very easy. Of course, I'm in the fortunate position of having a window close to the tank. Now, for those of you who don't, you could always use the same setup, emptying it into a bucket, as opposed to dipping a bucket into a tank and then lifting it out above your head, because that will end in tears. So this system is a very simple operation. Open and close the tap, fill the bucket. That's the shepherd's crook now taken out of the tank. I've taken about 10 centimetres of water out of the tank. Probably going to take about 8 buckets of water to fill it up. First 2 are in the back. What of course you can do if you wish to do a larger water change would have been to have topped the tank up as it was draining, and that way you could have put maybe 4 buckets of water in on top of the 10 that you're going to take out. So you've probably done at least a third, maybe half a bucket, half a tank, but I deliberately keep mine short. As you can see, the root in the centre of the shot there is only probably about 3 to 4 centimetres from the surface, and fish do live inside that, so I don't like to take the surface below that point for any length of time. So I've stopped it at this point. All I'll do now is load this with probably 6 buckets of water, and the first 2 are ready to go. We'll have a look at it once I've topped it back up. Well, there we are. So taken about 80 litres to top the tank back up. It's still a little bit cloudy, little particles in the water. I anticipate this probably is going to take about 2.5–3 hours to clean up. But the fish will work through, find the little bits that are edible. Everything else will go up through the filters, they're okay. So it's taken probably just on an hour, maybe an hour and a half to clean the glass, to decant 80-90 litres, and then to make and top back up the tank. Everything's looking fine, and I hope you found this video informative. I look forward to making some more.